Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli and FSD. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world. One electric car at a time. Thank you to all my Patreons. Please support my channel via Patreon, much appreciated. If you're in the market to buy a Tesla car, please use my referral code. You get $1,000 off. And this video is sponsored by EVBase, but more about that later. Guys, I want to tell you, I read in the New York Post, and I saw some videos about this horrific, unbelievable, unreal accident that took place in Guadalajara, Mexico. The report that I read was from November 4th, okay? I think the accident happened maybe a day or two before that. I mean, if you see this, it's a pile of rubble, okay? It's a pile of steel, stainless steel, and 4 people were in it. 3 of them, 16-year-old girl, a 50-year-old man, and a 60-year-old man were in the hospital for what the authorities says regular injuries. And I mean, I don't know how anybody came out alive. Now, it's probably speeding. Okay, so these are like the dry details that happened in Guadalajara, Mexico, like I said, and the wreckage looks like from like a war zone. It's not recognizable. Now, I have to tell you, I drove the Cybertruck. I had it for 24 hours. I rented it and I test drove it, and it is a tank. Remind me of my military days. It is an absolute tank. Having said that, like every Tesla car if you ever drove Tesla cars, they are so fast and the acceleration is intoxicating. But, and here's the big but, like every Tesla car, they are the safest car in the world. They go through pass every crash test in flying colors. How ironic. And you come out good the other side, you know, all things considered. I mean, it's not like people don't get killed in Tesla cars, in car accidents, God forbid. But it happens. So the Cybertruck is no difference. And if, God forbid, I am to be, God forbid, involved in a car accident, I'd rather be in a Tesla. And if it's a Tesla, I'd rather be in a Cybertruck. So it is unbelievable wreckage, probably speed. This is speed. There was no other car involved. Now, in order for this car to flip on its roof, which it is, in order for this car to flip on its roof, you will need to be speed. This is a 6,800 pound truck. In order for it to, it's very hard to flip Teslas. It's really, really hard for them to spin out. Other SUVs, because it's much easier because the weight is on top, the engine. But here is the batteries at the bottom, and it is incredibly heavy. So for that to happen, so many things have to happen. And this is not the first accident, but this is the most horrific one. So, but before I continue, let me a word from my sponsor, and then I'll tell you more things about this unbelievable event. Before we continue with this video, I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor of my videos. It is EVBase. EVBase is an awesome accessories for both interior and exterior of Tesla, Rivian, and many other EVs. I received the EVBase Model 3 18-inch urban turbine wheel cover. It is awesome. It came with this amazing box, all individually wrapped with this great bubble wrap. I opened it. It came by default with this cap, but I ordered specially the Tesla logo cap, and also the rim cover came along with it. It's an awesome company. I really love them. If you mention my name, TEI, the Electric Israeli, in your coupon section, you can get 20% off your purchase of anything from their website. They're awesome. I will include the link below and embedded inside this video. Now, just to be fair for you, the audience who listen to this, Tesla Cybertruck had several recalls this year. Several recalls. Now, it's not the first one. And one of them that caught my eye, it was like a 30-second fix, that the cover of the pedal in the accelerator would come off, it'll get stuck, and the car will accelerate with because it just pressed itself down. That was like a really a hole and a little screw, and that was it. Very primitive fix, but that was it. There was also a delayed. This I also read. There was also a delayed in the camera feed. Remember, 99% of the time, Tesla Cybertruck are driving with the cover in, so the tonneau cover is closed. Okay, so, which is fine. But the mirror, the inside mirror is useless. You can't see anything, so you have to rely on the back camera. Okay, and there was some kind of a delay which can throw off the driver. Well, that happens. First of all, when I drove the Cybertruck, I always use the side mirrors because that gives me real view, real life, and all that. But if you also use the rear view camera, it was a little bit of a delay. Okay, this was fixed over software. So the first recall was as a physical recall. Again, a little hole, little screw, the end of the story. Okay, the adhesive didn't hold, so they had to physically screw it in. The other one was a software. So this accident has nothing to do with what I just told you, but I'm telling you that there was a recall. There were a slew of recalls, but they're all over the air software update, so it's fine. So obviously it's a new car and recalls are part of it. But I'm telling you guys, I drove this car. I drove it for 24 hours, hundreds of miles on it. It is, like I said in the beginning, intoxicating to drive this car. Like you feel like a drunk man because it is so big. Now, one last thing I want to say, and that's very important. If you are driving a Cybertruck or you're planning one, this is steer by wire. So the maneuvering of the steering wheel is very minute. Okay, there's no this and there's no that, like all drivers are used to. This is a little bit, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. And that's it. So I can see if this car goes 90 miles an hour in a city street and it is the steer by the maneuvering, the actual driving of the car is not properly maintained, it could cause this horrific accident. Listen, I don't know, but I'm telling you, you have to get used to it. The steer-by-wire is amazing. It's awesome, especially you're driving this almost 7,000 pound car, a truck, and you feel like you're driving a bicycle because you can just do a U-turn or a K-turn in like a little bit turning of the wheel. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. So that's interesting. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully there's going to be no more accidents like this. Drive carefully.